What if you found a valley filled with 2,000-year-old mummies covered in gold? Visuals: Golden Mummies Museum artifacts, black desert mountains, off-road trails through canyons. Narrative: in Bahariya Oasis, history hides beneath the sand. Explore the Valley of the Golden Mummies, a Greco-Roman necropolis where mummies wear golden masks. Then 4x4 through the black desert's volcanic cones and crystal mountains, sparkling quartz embedded in rock. Camp under the stars near El Hay's hot spring. Soak your tired muscles while desert winds whisper tales of ancient caravans. Bahariya blends Indiana Jones vibes with raw desert beauty. And teaser: next, we sail the desert on a timeless voyage. Hashtags: Hashtag BAHARIYA, hashtag Golden Mummies, hashtag Crystal Mountain, hashtag Egypt History. Ever wanted to surf down a 300-foot sand dune? Visuals: for south racing up dunes, sandboarding action, crystal clear springs, Siwa's palm groves. Narrative: welcome to Siwa's Great Sand Sea, Egypt's dune paradise. After a dip in Cleopatra's Bath, a natural spring, we'll hit the dunes. Hold tight as our 4x4 climbs near vertical slopes, then scream down on sandboards. The highlight: Fatna's Island at sunset, a tiny palm-fringed isle in a salt lake. Stay in a Siwan Eco Lodge and taste dates and olives grown in this remote paradise. Siwa isn't just a safari. It's adrenaline meets tranquility, and teaser: from dunes to ancient mysteries. Next, we uncover desert ghosts. Hashtags: hashtag SIWA, hashtag SANDBOARDING, hashtag Greats and Sea, hashtag Desert Adventure. Visual: sunrise at Karnak. Priests raise mirrors to reflect dawn's first rays onto statues. Stars swirl over the Nile. Narrator: for Egyptians, light wasn't just practical, it was divine. The sun god Ra sailed the sky by day, battling the serpent of chaos. At night, the stars were his sacred companions. They mapped the heavens, guiding souls to the afterlife. Darkness: it wasn't evil, it was potential. The womb of creation, the place where Ra regenerated before dawn. While neighbors saw night as a curse, Egyptians saw it as a portal. Their rituals began at sunset. Their tombs were painted with constellations, turning death into a journey through starlit eternity. They didn't fear the dark, they danced with it. Part 3: Light as Power. Pharaohs wanted to live forever like gods, so they built giant stone tombs called pyramids. The first pyramid looked like steps, a staircase for the king's soul to climb to heaven. Later, they built smooth pyramids like the Great Pyramid of Giza. How did they build it? No trucks. Workers pulled huge stone blocks on sledges over wet sand like slipping on a slide. No metal tools. They used copper chisels and wooden levers. Teamwork: 20,000 people worked together like ants. Kid hero: a boy named Hotep. Hotep carried water for workers. His dream: to build a pyramid one day. Fun fact: the Great Pyramid was the tallest building in the world for 3,800 years, taller than 10 giraffes stacked. Visual: workers polishing copper mirrors, priests lighting oil lamps, architects aligning temples with stars. Close-ups of alabaster lamps glowing softly. Narrator: long before Edison, Egypt engineered light. They crafted lamps from calcite and alabaster stone that diffused fire into a soft, eternal glow. Mirrors of polished copper caught the sun, flooding halls with daylight, even in windowless chambers. At night, temples and palaces blazed with thousands of lamps. The Great Pyramid at Giza. Once capped in gold, it mirrored the sun so fiercely, sailors called it the Pyramid of Light. While others stumbled in blackness, Egypt's cities pulsed with luminous life. Dramatic pause. Music Egyptians believed in many gods, some with animal heads. Ra-Ra, sun god with a falcon head. He sailed a boat across the sky every day. Anubis, jackal-headed god who protected mummies. Bastet, cat goddess who guarded homes. Egyptians loved cats. They also believed in magic spells and life after death. When someone died, they turned their body into a mummy like a time capsule so the soul could recognize it later. Kid hero. A girl named Merit learned to write magic spells on papyrus ancient paper. Her cat, Mew, helped her by chasing away mice. Fun fact. Egyptians shaved their heads but wore fancy wigs, some with gold threads. Asterisk.